Alright everyone, welcome back to the channel. I found two super interesting fractals that I want to run through today, show you some new charts, give you my exact price target on where I think Bitcoin's heading to next. Before we do that, let's do a quick update on the major chart we've been looking at for the past couple of videos, and that is this. From yesterday, you can see we've started to close within the range that we've been looking at. We wanted to see closes above 87.4, so that is good. You can see we are starting to stall out a bit where we were saying we probably will do. That's going to be some resistance coming in at the 50 TMA at 89,300, and then of course the resistance from this downtrending line of resistance which has been in play since the cycle high so far. So it's really important that we continue to make closes within this range. The longer we're within this range, the lower the breakout targets are going to be. So in my opinion, lollygagging above round about 87.4 is what we want to see right now. If we do break beneath 87.4, remember that we do have that CME gap to the downside at 84,500, which could be a potential to fill. If we do go down to that level, that will probably make a video talking about a potential long, but we'll see it from there. Best case scenario right now is to lollygag within this range, constrict the price, reset the oscillators, and then potentially move back up to the upside. As you can see as well, daily stochastic RSI is topping out as we are coming into this resistance. Once again, I do think the local bottom is in at 76,600, but once again, this is kind of what you want to see right now. You want to see a reset of momentum while staying above around 87k, and if you do fall beneath that, you know where we're going to next. In the higher time frames though, let's talk about these new charts. Once again, I do think the macro bottom is in. I do think the local bottom is in from this wick to the downside over here. In terms of the charts that I haven't seen too many people, or to be honest, I haven't seen anyone covering these charts before. We're going to dive into this. This is the first fractal chart that I want to show you. As you can see, it seems that the cycles play out as everyone expects with the 4-year cycles, but I haven't seen it drawn like this. As you can see, after we make a all-time high, this was back in 2011, you can see we make a rounding bottom, we start to trend upwards in a channel, and then once you break to the upside of the channel, that's when you see the parabola phase. Over here, all-time high 2013, rounding bottom, traded out of this into a channel. Once we broke above it, that's where you saw the parabola, rounding bottom, traded in a channel, broke above it, parabola. Over here in this cycle, you can see, if I zoom in, you can see we've made that rounding bottom a while ago, and we're still trending within this channel to the upside. Nothing parabolic has come yet, and it is potential that we could break to the upside of this in a hypothetical situation above 140 and then see the parabola blow off top. We'll have to update you day by day and see where things go in this regard, because there's no guarantees. I've previously talked about how I potentially think the top could come in round about 140, but it fully depends on how the economy is doing when we're round about 140. I can't predict what's going to be happening at that point, so we'll have to keep you updated closer to the time. But either way, 140, which is also coming into confluence with other charts that we've talked about before, like this curvature line marking all of the cycle tops, which has obviously been retroactively fitted, coming into confluence with that chart that we just looked at 140k. If we go parabolic above that, beautiful, but we'll keep you up to date closer to the time. Now, on the weekly as well, something that ties in with this a little bit nicer, and we can just zoom in a little bit. You can see this is what we're doing. We're trading within this channel. We found support along all these bottoms, and it looks like, in my opinion, we should be trending up for the next couple of months or so up to round about 140. So that's really the macro price target that I've got my eyes on. If we're looking slightly lower time frame than that, you can see over here on the 4-hour time frame, zoomed in, this was the cycle top, round about 110k resistance, 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 resistance. We found support and we've been trending up. So what this looks like to me right here, if I get my pen tool out, wherever it is, you can see from this range over here, we have been forming a asymmetrical triangle, and from the low, there is a potential breakout target up to between 109 up to 110,000. That would be a super interesting level to see. us go up to, but once again, the breakout region for this is going to be round about 90k, which ties into all of these levels that we've been talking about before. We've got resistance coming at the 50 TMA, we've got resistance coming from the Bollinger Bands, we've got resistance coming from this downtrending line of resistance right here. And if you do want to see, you know, the next stage of the cycle to the upside, everything around 90k, in my opinion, is super, super important to keep your eyes on. So best case situation, once again, reset the momentum on the daily time frame. We are a little bit overextended, so I'd like to see consolidation within this range before pushing up. Again, this is the daily. If we do come over to the weekly time frame, you can see another reason why I think the bottom's in. We're right at the bottom of the weekly Bollinger Bands. We have pretty much held the 50 TMA on the weekly as support, and the weekly stochastic RSI is heading up. This is only the daily, just letting you know, hey, these are going to be tough levels to break for the next week or two. But again, in the higher time frames, I do think the bottom is in, but do just keep your eyes on the potential that we could fall beneath 87.4. And if we do, I wouldn't be in a long, because we could fill the CME gap at 84.5. Now, in terms of the other fractal that I want to briefly talk about, it's a fractal where Bitcoin is looking exactly like what gold is doing right now. So again, looking over on the 2-week time frame where we just talked about all of these fractals which have been playing out, Bitcoin is doing the exact same thing again, except this time it doesn't always do it in all the fractals, but this is actually a perfect cup and handle pattern. We had the rounding bottom, we've been trading in the handle, and we've just started to see the first leg to the upside from this move. We've had the first wave up, we've had a correctory wave, and in my opinion, we should be pushing up for that next push to the upside on the weekly time frame, maybe not on the daily time frame, next couple of days, next week or so, completely healthy to lollygag around these levels. But if we come over to gold and look at the monthly time frame, you can see gold has just finished a very, very similar move. We've had a cup and handle pattern. We had the cup. We've been trading in the handle up until about 2024, and we've just started to see a breakout to the upside for gold. So what could this mean for gold? A potential price target of round about 3,800. Gold has already gone well over half of the way to achieving this price target. The breakout was around about $2,000. We're all the way up at 3,000 now. Not too much of a push further to get to 3.8K for a nice price target on gold. If we come over to Bitcoin, the price target is a little bit different, and I do just want to show you this, even though I don't think that we are going this high. The price target for Bitcoin would be up here at 344,000. So while I don't think we're going up to 344,000 this cycle, it's still good to see the market structure's there. We've got bullish market structure, and in my opinion, I think the local bottom down here at 76K is in. So that's what I wanted to show you today. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. These are some interesting fractals, and I still think in the macro we do have a ways to go to the upside before we do end up topping out. So personally, at this moment in time, if we go really, really parabolic anytime soon, 144K, we do have some steep resistance. However, if we do manage to break above this line like we have done in all of the previous cycles, there could be a really, really interesting blow off top for Bitcoin and crypto. It, once again, all depends on what's happening at the economy at that time. If inflation drops super low, everyone's loving Trump's policies, you know, everything's looking good, like in the global economic factor, there's no wars going on at that time. All the exchanges are saying, hey, let's list more spot Bitcoin ETFs, let's list Ethereum spot ETFs, Solana spot ETFs. If we see kind of adoption take place around this level, there is the likelihood we could go quite a bit higher than 140,000, which has been the price target that I've been predicting. So anyway, just wanted to give you an update, show you some new charts while we are still figuring out what we're going to do on this chart that we've been showing you for the past couple of videos. Smash the like button if you're still here, comment if you enjoyed the video, turn notifications on, and if you want to see more of me outside of the videos, make sure to follow me over on Twitter at 618_cowboy, and come and join the Discord. The link is in the description down below and also on the attached links of my channel. See you in the next one. I'm out. Peace.